Here is Saraville, the leader of the elves. He stands... Yes?
Without skipping a beat, Dirk's gonna walk out. Saraville, quick! We need your aid. Your lady has gone crazy.
Saraville leans up against the ages-old stopper for a minecart rail with one leg and kind of leans into it and looks calmly at you and says, "Crazy."
Yes, do you know what she claimed her name was?
The sadistic?
The sadistic, yes!
Yes. So she's on one of her sprees. You must have upset her. Tell me what happened.
Yes. It's, well, it seems there's been a twist, as they say. The Dark Elves that we have been chasing, we found them, and they're currently in negotiations with the mayor there, and it seems there were some bad agents among their group that caused all this mayhem and some destruction.
I think I seem to understand the problem. You may not have understood our instructions that there were to be no negotiations.
Yes, but things have changed, Saraville. This is the Virgin Empire, after all.
It is. And what would you now have me do? My wife is resolving things as she does.
Yes, I request that you call her back. Try to get her out of this crazy mood. I mean, you seem to know her best.
We don't work that way, I'm sorry. She'll come to me when the time is right.
Yes, well, let's,
Have a seat, you look exhausted. You must have had a particular role in this struggle, yes? Peacemaker, no doubt.
I mean, I tried to keep the peace best I can, and you'll motion to that elf there. I had to knock him out. I didn't want to kill him, of course. Sure you can attest to that? I mean you no harm, nor the elves. I just wish peace in our land. Order, if you will.
I don't know that I believe you.
What? Me? I'm Dirk Sternglen. Semi-famous paladin of the Order of Stamos there, Saraville. I'm well-trusted and well-known, especially my whereabouts now.
Dirk Sternglen, do I smell the scent of our Axbeak egg, which has been detonated?
Yes. Like I said, it quickly fell apart in there.
Good. Then your services are no longer required.
I can assure you, Saraville, my services are still much needed. And like I said, there are many of those who know exactly where I am.
He gestures while you're speaking, and several of the elves begin moving forward.
They'll be quite upset, and they'll begin a large investigation if something were to happen to me.
Serva says, I'm willing to put behind us the business that happened with my wife. You know how women can be, surely. So, I would like to give you this chance to walk away. The entrance to the mine is behind us. Go, leave, do your duties to Stamos somewhere else. This is now an elven affair, and you are no longer required. In fact,
unfortunately, I have to deny that, because I believe this is becoming more of a religious affair by the day. It seems there appears to be a teetering of power in these lands.
What would you have me do?
Let us take these dark elves that are separate from the bad agents, and we will make use of them. I mean, we have quite a lovely farm where we put their backs to work.
He's going to step off of the stopper.
And, well, the bad agents, we could bring them to justice. They pointed out who they were.
He steps up, right up to you, stares you in the eyes and says, I don't think you quite understand. Dark elves are by their nature vile and evil. There is no difference between the good and the bad. They are all bad. The only fate that is befitting of them is the blade, and that their blood should run across the cavern floor, or the prairie dirt, or wherever that they might fall.
Evil that they be, without them, there can be no good. For without darkness, there is no light. We need all things to have order in this land, and above and below.
Your arguments are growing more and more desperate.
This is the soundest argument that I have, Saraville. It's a tenant of myself, of an order of Stamos, the order of all things.
He turns back towards several of his archers and says, "Send a message to the others. Conflict has been made. Contact with the Dark Elves. Kirasilla is engaged. Rove, keep your eyes open. Or if they are not coming out this way, then there must be another, unless they flee deeper into the darkness, which they must have come from before. Dirk,
I should go with that messenger.
go if you will, then. Step out of our way." As these two elves are going to start moving this way.
Okay. A quick assessment of actual power that Dirk may yield. Or influence over the church, or I don't know, calling in other like paladin help or the Church of Stamos to earnestly put in that this is a disruption of order and of balance.
So the issue is going to be time. The issue is going to be sending letters. You may certainly have sway. You may certainly be able to get some of your brothers and sisters of Stamos to come aid you, and they may stand by you. The Order of Stamos does, in fact, have a history of standing against the will of the Empire in a political sense more broadly, especially immediately when righteousness is on the line.
Especially,
So,
it doesn't seem like the elves aren't technically the Empire. They're like allies.
right.
They're like a subgroup.
So you may have a shot there, but getting the letter to them is going to be the trick.
Mhm.
So, at this point, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
But raises others.
Are you going
Okay.
to begin exiting now?
Maybe I should stay, Saraville, and serve as an advisor.
He's going to gesture to these two women who are going to be carrying the unconscious elf out. These folks that are moving inwards, forwards. And he's going to say, "We are going in after my wife. If you follow us, and her eyes lay upon you with hostility, I will not hesitate to remove your head from your shoulders. Do what you will." And he walks past you, drawing his sword.
I'm going to let them go.
Okay.
And slowly back. He said I could go. Everyone heard.
Yes, he did.
As I will leave and I guess frantically send out letters for help.
Okay.
It's like Hamilton. He's just like writing, and that's the action.